Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Things already rolling. So there's Massimo Otto, bit of an unsung hero perhaps, but certainly an integral part of an Italy side that conquered the world and a European champion for his club.
Yeah, and he did all that by being the picture of consistency and hard work, the way he nullified the threat of some of the biggest names in the game during his heyday, and that was really impressive.
I remember a lot of those performances really well. Goes for... and that's a sharp finish! Totti tries to pass it through. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And he was alert to it. And it's Rijkaard. Not the most accurate pass. Totti. It's Totti! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Nantes with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now they can spring out of defence. And he cuts out the supply. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Johor Darul Tazim clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
A probing pass, and that was asking for too much. Stood up well to him there. Shoots! It's bounced back off the post. Johor Darul Tazim still without a single shot on target. He is through. Roll! Mateus can see things others simply cannot. That's a cute ball. Belletti. Rijkaard. And it's Gullit. And that could set him on his way. Just eases him off the ball. Mateus. Rummenigge. Vieira. In with the challenge. Referee has just said play on. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. Always onto this. Now it's Doué. Cleared without hesitation. Looking for the run. He's in a great position here. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Rummenigge. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And he's been shifted off it. Rummenigge has been caught there, it's a foul. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And that's really well manoeuvred. Edmilson. And this is Lewandowski. Played out towards the right wing. Doué going face-to-face with his great rival. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Lewandowski. Cannavaro. And he thumps it clear.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Doué.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
No, he's not going to get any further than that. Can he get it through? Rijkaard is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Played into space. Thinks about the shot. Delivered in. Cannavaro. Oh, he's been caught napping. Platini crosses it in. And that should get the job done. That's good running with the ball. Now it's Totti. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Nantes clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, it's a great ball here. And the whistle goes for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time.
Substitutions taking place.
We're on the move again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Well, that looks a decent ball. And this is Hullet. And he is deftly away. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Ed Nielsen. Rijkaard. Now it's Doué. Aims beyond the defence. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And no, that was never going to make it. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Hullet. Now it's Platini. Now it's Hullet. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And this is Hullet. That is a great pick out. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well, that's been cut out. Well played. Piqué is very much of the non-shall-pass school of defending. Pass somewhat off target. Nice looking ball. No luck with that dink over the top. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. But they've got it again. Mateus. Rijkaard. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And claimed it back swiftly. Nicely spread. And it's Belletti. And this is Hullet. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 18, Mateus. Number 4, Vieira. Coming on the field, number 21, Adriano. Number 24.
And here's Hullet.
Number
Neither of
13,
these two want to come off
Gerrard.
second best.
Substitution.
And here's Cruyff. Adriano. Terrific effort! It's a goal! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Johor Darul Tazim have fired themselves in front.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Adriano. It's Adriano! And that would have been game, set and match.
Adriano has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Can he finish? And who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. And he's hit it long. Roll, chasing after it. And it's Gerrard. Great ball if he can get there. He's got away. The shot! He's got a goal! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
I'm still trying to figure out how he managed to get that contact. That's a super volley.
Johor Darul Tazim are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Might be danger here. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nicely weighted ball. That's an excellent interception. That's going to go a long way. Hullet. He's a sharp little ball here. Now it's Cruyff. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Gerrard. And he's had it nicked away. Batistuta! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Batistuta deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Pinches it off him. Threads one in. Now it's Ronaldinho. And the number on the board is 3. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. That's at the end. Johor Darul Tazim are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things already rolling.
Andrei Shevchenko, Peter, is a player who can hurt you in so many different ways.
Striking all-rounder.
Yeah, he's got the pace to get in behind, he's got the power, he's got the aerial ability, the versatility, the work rate. He's got it all.
One of the greatest strikers of all time, surely.
Very true.
Cruyff, Adriano, oh, he's found support out wide. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And that should get the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Right, Shevchenko. Oh, that's a key interception. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Gerrard. Girassi. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Chance, surely! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult.
Real chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's been hooked away. Girassi is flagged offside.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now it's Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Johor Darul Tazim are behind here despite their domination of possession. And back to the keeper they go. Vardiol. Some really good ball movement. He's a sharp little ball here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Ronaldinho. Vieira defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's Totti. Camavinga. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Good take, and is he in? Takes a shot! And that's a tidy finish. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Kelantan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Hullet. Rijkaard. Ronaldinho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And Shevchenko! And that is wildly off target.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? He is through. Towering header! Well taken goal. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Johor Darul Tazim cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Shevchenko! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's been taken short. And here's Gerrard. Driven in. Totti! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Totti clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found a way through. And he's certainly onside here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he gets rid in a hurry. This might spell danger. And Shevchenko! Oh, it's come off the upright. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So straight into the second half.
Johor Darul Tazim really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Looking for options for movement. Ronaldinho providing an outlet on that flank. That's tidy. Guardiol. Vieira gets a foot in here. Johor Darul Tazim needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Real pressure penalty, this. A formality, we're level. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Nicely worked. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Maldini is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Camavinga, quarter of an hour into the second half, and he cuts out the supply. Can he get it through? And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Ronaldinho. He's had it taken off him. Rijkaard. Now it's Gullit. Gullit going face-to-face with his great rival. Camavinga. And the pass is intercepted. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Girassi. That's good play. That's good defending, very good defending. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Platini in acres of space out wide. Adriano. Oh, important interception. Ronaldinho. Totti, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Camavinga, closing in on the last quarter of an hour. That's Gerrard. Shevchenko, that's a little off target. Looking to play him in. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Vieira.
Johor Darul Tazim really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Gerrard. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. It's a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 4, Vieira. Number 5, Rijkaard. Number 21, Adriano.
Caicedo.
Number 24.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
Gullit.
And it's
Coming on the
Michel
field,
Platini.
Number 13.
Still anyone's game this. One
Number
moment can
14.
decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would
Number
qualify
20,
as a steal.
Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 8.
Knocks it into space. Oh,
Number
perfectly
10,
measured that.
Pele. Substitution taking
Girassi
place.
showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Couch. Now it's Girassi. Oh, he's burst through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Girassi. Played back. Nicely weighted. Chance! And he's there to belt it away. Lopez. Couch. And this is Couch. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. All hands on deck for this one. They've played it short. Stood up well to him there.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That's a throw.
Well, it was a really good thing he was on standby.
Dani Olmo. And he will... Girassi! Incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter.
And that is that. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running.
Rafael Varane is someone I've always liked a lot for his incredible discipline and intelligence, Peter. So often having to play a covering role for a more aggressive partner, he really has made that style his own.
Yeah, that's something for which he has rightly received a lot of praise in view of the kind of players he's been paired with down the years.
Yeah, and something he can do thanks to his great recovery pace and an outstanding sense of positioning too.
Now it's Messi. Rijkaard. And it's Belletti. Yamal. Tries to play it through. Has a look and plays it forward. And it's been played through. He's found a way. It's Adriano! Adriano! Oh, just look at it!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Oh, that was sharp. Deliciously sharp.
Oh, that's a brilliant finish, Peter. Such a satisfying one from his perspective, knowing he hit it so beautifully.
Johor Darul Ta'zim are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Rijkaard. And Yamal. Messi. Vieira. Proves too strong. Cruyff. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Well, there's the clearance. And it's Rijkaard. Space for him to turn and look. And the keeper beats it away. There's the shot! And he's stuck it away! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball. And splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Oh, look at Ibrahimovic! Plenty to enjoy about the build-up there, not so much the finish.
The one- and two-touch football that cut through the middle was a joy to behold. Talent and technique of the highest standard.
Now that looks a decent... Big chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pirlo. It's Adriano! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Oh, goes for a shot! Goal! Leon! Into the lead once more. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Messi, very much a man of this moment. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Rummenigge, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Cruyff. Vieira. And here's Yamal. Adriano. Oh, they can break here. That has been cut short. He's just Adriano! Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, you can blame some suspect defensive positioning for that set of circumstances, and they were just left with little choice.
Messi! What a save from Peter Schmeichel! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Bullet! In he goes again! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Adriano, never out of the action for very long. Bullet touches it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
And it's Pirlo. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Tries one from range. Oh, it's a beauty. A finish of true class. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Getting up there! Just cruising! They are cruising! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So now the difference is 3. And Cruyff! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Ah, that's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Mateus with the cross. Defending of the desperate variety. And for the first half, that is that. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Quick reminder today, please have your entry tickets at hand as it's time to announce today's winning lottery numbers.
So let's get the ball rolling.
Johor Darul Tazim really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Yamal. Vieira. Little pass back. Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's been caught napping. Plays it across. Ferdinand tries to clear. Adriano. Messi. Great vision. That is ended up in no man's land. Vieira. Cannavaro. And it's Maldini.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Now it's Ibrahimovic.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Cruyff. Rummenigge being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And here's Yamal. Caresses it through. Pass is just off target. Pirlo. Ferdinand is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Maldini. Thuram. And it's Ferdinand. Messi. Thuram. Hullet. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Hullet. He's found a way through. To Hazard. That's a good run he's making there. Hazard. The cut to Messi! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Pirlo. Pirlo makes a move down the right. Pirlo, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Rummenigge, and he's been shifted off it. Mateus. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Now it's Messi. He's picked his way through. And this is Ibrahimovic. And the finish! Keeper's got his work done.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Substitution on the field.
Lyon have their third corner.
Vieira. Number 20, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 15, Jamal. Number 18, Mateus. Number 24, Johan Cruyff. Coming on the field, number 13, Gerard.
Spread out to the left.
Raul.
That's good play. That's surely a foul, free kick.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
And here's Zola. Zola! World class from Zola! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal.
After 83 minutes.
What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Zola. Zola powering forward here. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And he's worked it through. Oh, such a clever touch. Real chance! And he couldn't quite make it 6. Belletti. He's had it taken off him. Oh, easy pickings there.
Has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. And it's Bale. And here's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, it's hit the post. Rijkaard. Bale! Oh, good finish. They are are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
That's the end. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Johor Darul Ta'zim desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed.